Good evening, Metcalfe County Hornet fans. We are here at Metcalfe County High School for volleyball action as the varsity game is about 5 minutes away here for the start of the game. And I am Clint Graham along with Dr. Benny Lau. We are very excited about this game as we know, the first game of the volleyball action streaming on live. So, Dr. Lau, we're excited tonight, and we're feeling good about this.
Absolutely. Glad to be here with you, Mr. Graham. And as you said, to our knowledge, it's a first. I don't know how many firsts I've been involved in, but I am honored to be a first here tonight. We've just got to see, I know we had the stream going of the freshman game and the JV game, and I hope our folks out there that are listening right now and watching got to watch some of those. Because, my goodness, two games and two big wins for the Lady Hornets in that. Exciting matches.
Yeah, really exciting matches. And you take a look at the freshman game that we had earlier. We take a look at that. I'm trying to pull this score up here. Of course, the freshman game won in 2 sets, and the JV game went to 3 sets there. And very close game. Got a lot of energy towards the beginning of the end of that game, but they end up winning at the last set, 21-19. And our girls really stuck in there, played hard together.
Yeah, and we're going to see several of those girls on the varsity floor.
And that's the great thing. We got a young team.
We do. Just 2 seniors on this varsity team, and some of those girls that were playing JV we'll see out here now. We got a good season going.
We do got a good season. Coach Estes, head coach for the Lady Hornets, had a chance to sit down with her earlier, coming into this game at 11-11. Coming in off a big win against Russell County at home the other night. Really feel like they're making strides towards making some noise in the region tournament coming up. And the great thing about this team, she says, whenever one player seems to have an off night, it seems that she has somebody else step up.
Right. It's almost like the girls really understand their role. And of course, you're getting into time of the year. The regular season's drawing down. As you said, district tournaments coming up. And you got your rotations down. The girls kind of know their role and know what they're doing. And so now you're refining things. Of course, we're not only playing out of district tonight, we're playing out of region. Playing an Adair County team, and I'm sure always well coached. Should be good competition, should be a good match for us. So it'll be interesting to see how our girls begin to tune up, getting ready for that district play that's just around the corner.
And the Lady Indians are no stranger to the Lady Hornets tonight, as they played at the beginning of the year this year. And Hornets coming out on top in 2 sets, and those games were 25-18 and then 25-8. So,
and I believe that was early.
That was very early. So as you know, teams really make strides in the year, and so for a team to come in and you really, it's hard to tell at the beginning of the year. It's like, you look at maybe, let's take for instance, Kentucky basketball. That team changes so much from the beginning to the end. But with a young team, you seem sometimes to really make bigger strides.
Exactly. So what each team will see from the other tonight, I'm quite sure will be vastly different than what they saw now a couple of months ago.
Right, and we do have some refs tonight. I'd like to get in there and talk a little bit about them. David Wells. Actually, David's been in volleyball refereeing for 23 years.
He's been around a long time.
So 23 years, and then Danny Woosley's been in for 18 years. And actually, Danny Woosley also, he's a college ref that does SEC and OBC games, and combined there, you look at it, in 41 years of experience refereeing. So I told these guys when I talked to them earlier, I said, I don't expect a miss at all tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I used to work with Danny, and I had the opportunity a few years ago to be at a UK volleyball game. Danny was doing the line judging. So if you have the ability to call in the SEC, and I think he also calls Big Ten as well, obviously you know what you're doing.
Right, and talking to Coach earlier too, there were some players that she mentioned that have really been playing well recently. That was Annika Reed, Allie DeWeese, and Kaylin Bennett. They've been playing well, so we're hoping to continue those players, and as we make this stride towards the region tournament.
All right, we're going to take a break here real quick because I think we're getting ready for the national anthem.
The national anthem.
So we will let you enjoy that over the loudspeakers, and we'll be right back.
All right, there we go, the national anthem, and we're going to talk about some starters here. Connor Gallagher is a senior. She'll be wearing number 1 tonight for the Lady Hornets. Also, Kelsey Fields is number 11. She's a senior as well. Annika Reed mentioned her, been playing well recently, number 6. She's a junior. Allie DeWeese, number 16, a junior, playing well. Kaylee Bennett, number 2, is a junior. Alexis Arrington, number 31, sophomore. And the libero will be Molly Rigsby tonight. I do want to mention some ones that will be coming off the bench. Ida Rhinus, number 35, a junior. Caroline Watkins, number 7, a junior. Lexi Bowles, number 15, a sophomore. Molly Rigsby, number 12, a sophomore. Peyton Debris, number 33, a sophomore. Macy Jolly, number 41, a sophomore. As you can tell right there, Dr. Lyle, we've got a lot of young players. And, you know, you're going to have growing pains with young players, but Coach Estes does a really good job with pulling these players along and helping them. As she mentioned earlier, we want to do the fundamental things to win games and put pressure on the other team. And with young players, that's all you can ask for.
Absolutely, and they've done that so well this year. You know, as we may have a few people watching our stream tonight that may not be used to volleyball, it's a little different than other sports as you work through what they call the rotations in volleyball and the substitution patterns. Not like, you know, you and I are, and other folks may be more familiar with basketball where anybody can go in at any spot at any time. This is a little different. So the substitution patterns have rules they have to go by. The rotations have certain rules they have to go by. So it's a lot going on in that coach's mind at all times, a lot going on in the girls' mind at all times, because they have to keep up as well and make sure they're in the volleyball. People think a lot of times it's all about the hands and the swinging, but absolutely they got to be in the right position. Those feet have to be working and they got to be in the right spot, and we'll be looking for those things tonight.
Absolutely. As you see on your screen there is the Lady Hornets coming over to the bench. We're getting ready to get this thing rolling here. We do want to thank you for tuning in if you're on Channel 95 watching us or watching us on the live stream Hornet News Network. We do want to give a big shout out to Ben Welsh, our cameraman for the night, and Miss Love that has hooked us up today. Thank you guys so much for what you do and the Hornet News Network as we get things rolling.
And I think we
here.
do have a sponsor.
We do have a sponsor.
The Old School Cafe.
The Old School
Yeah,
Cafe.
yeah.
If you haven't gone by and got a cinnamon roll, you are missing out.
And the fresh salads and sandwiches at lunch.
And everything else.
Served up by Metcalfe County High School students.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, absolutely. So as we look at the ball play here, Adair County will be serving right to left on your screen.
All right. And there we go. We talk about the footwork a little bit. Of course, obviously, Adair led off with a good serve, and that good serve kind of puts you on your heels to start with. So we're looking for a little better footwork out of our ladies as we move forward.
talking about, as you see there, the Lady Hornets hitting the ball out. We're talking about Molly Rigsby, the libero there. She moves very well, has excellent footwork, and moving on the back line and keeping the ball in play.
Yeah, and we'll see a lot of that tonight. That libero position is all about quickness because they have to stay back there. That's where they're going to. O'Connor Gallagher, we were a little strong from Conager there. Swung a little too hard.
And Connor is, if you get her on the back line serving, she can really hurt the other team, being an excellent server there.
Yeah. Know that volleyball is a game of momentum, a game of runs, so certainly we want to get this stopped as soon as we can, get that serve out of these young ladies' hands. Nice block there by Annika. Good dig. Nice hit coming.
The Lady Hornets keeping the ball alive. Getting back in action. There we go. First points for the Lady Hornets tonight. 3-1. If you're just joining us, freshmen and JV victorious tonight against the Lady Indians of Adair.
You know, Mr. Graham, those are the points you want to win. When you make those nice hits and you dig and you pull them out of the net, you want to win those points.
Absolutely.
And so hopefully now we'll get a little of that momentum going on our side and we'll get a little run going.
Little momentum. And got a good crowd of parents over there and some students over to our left on a Thursday night.
Fantastic crowd. Nice serve.
You're talking about momentum. Now we're 3-3. There we go.
Yeah. Lexi's putting some nice serves in right here. Let's see if she can keep this going.
Keep things rolling here.
You know, if we've had one problem, maybe I shouldn't call it a problem, but a little issue this year, the girls serve so well, and sometimes I wonder, do they get to looking for the perfect serve?
Right. So, and you know, I think it comes down to the fundamental piece of it too, that you have to make sure that you just get the ball over sometimes.
Exactly. If the serve doesn't get in, nothing else matters. Hey, while we got a little break here, I want to remind everybody the Hornet News Network will be broadcasting the football game from Clinton County tomorrow night. So if you can't make the trip to Albany, be sure and tune in, Channel 95, SCRTC, YouTube, Hornet News Network website, and see the Hornet football team in action. Big district game against Clinton County.
Big district game. If you didn't get a chance to watch the football game last week, you can go and stream that. That was streamed live as well. Man, what a game for our homecoming. Just a great night. We always talk about it is a good day to be a Hornet, and man, that night it really was.
So while we were talking about football, we lost a serve, and Adair County got it back rolling here. I believe that. Yep, a little too strong with that out, so we're back. I got a feeling we're going to see this all night long.
Well, it's going to be back and forth.
It'll be this close.
And really, when you get late in the season, you're going to have a lot of close games. Teams find out more about each other, their strengths and weaknesses, and kind of work towards each other with that.
Right. Lexi Bowles just checked in. Lexi, certainly not one of our taller players on the team, but probably one of our better hitters on the team.
Absolutely, very athletic player. Yeah. Connor getting in there, I think.
In the net, I think. Yep.
Gonna collar in the net there. That was close.
No, it was the Adair County player in the net.
Okay, Adair County player in the net.
That's how come you and I are up here and the officials are down there. We said they were good.
That's right. That's right.
And we're going to stay up here.
That's right. Hey, and there's Connor Gallagher right there with the serve. We talked about her earlier. I've seen games where she can really take her serve and really control a volleyball game.
She can. I think sometimes we get to looking for that perfect serve, and so she's doing a great job right now. Just keep getting it in. Forced a timeout. Lady Hornets lead it 8-5 over the Adair County Lady Indians. So thank you again, everyone tuning in, everyone that's listening and watching our stream tonight. First ever volleyball.
First ever.
Certainly hope to do a few more of these. I think one of our young men behind us, it's part of the Hornet News Network, told us they're already gearing up to broadcast some middle school boys
games.
Basketball coming up.
Absolutely, and they've kind of got a studio over at the middle school and working towards that. And do want to talk about some things here at the high school. The college career fair was today while we're on a break, and had 16 colleges here and 36 businesses. So Nice shout out to Miss Scroggy and everybody that had involved, giving our kids that opportunity to see what they're really interested in.
Right.
And some of our volleyball players were there today,
Yeah.
making a difference and actually being a part of it. Had our student ambassadors there with our leadership team, and so
wonderful how our community supports that. How they come out and give their time and.
Absolutely.
And every year, that is just a great day. They always do it this week during the year, and it's a good time.
Absolutely. So Connor's still serving here, Dr. Lyle, with 8-5. The Hornets leading. Connor keeping it alive. Alexis putting it up. Lexi getting it over.
Going up, libero going up for a big hit, something you don't see every day in high school volleyball.
And I think it's another point of just getting the ball over and putting the pressure on the defense.
Yes.
That's a tough pass there.
You know, you talk about the defense having the pressure on them. One of the better volleyball teams I have seen in this region, I've been following this now, my daughter's played, but several years ago Evanston County had a team. I'm not sure they had a hitter on the team, but it never hit the floor. So when you can keep the ball in the air, not let it hit the floor, and as you said, let the other team make the mistake, just like what we saw right there, exactly what Lexi did. Just put it over there, make them make the play.
Kelsey will be serving here. Kelsey, one of our taller players, and sometimes
stronger players too.
Maybe stronger too. But Kelsey does a really good job when she's up in the front there of kind of blocking and kind of getting in the way of some of those players. 10-7. It's the Lady Hornets head here in the first set against the Lady Indians of Adair County.
This young lady is a nice serve. Nice solid serve there. Gave us a little trouble. Wasn't able to get our set where it needed to be. And so we need to probably get this out of her hand pretty quick. And got a pause in the action. Here we go.
Very good serve there.
Yeah, nice serve. Oh, Connor put a little fake on him, and nice play.
Nice play, Alexis getting in there, and Arrington playing very well there, getting the ball up and getting the ball over and getting in the back line where they just couldn't handle it. 11-8. It's the Lady Hornets up on the first set. Thank you for joining us if you're just tuning in to us.
One of the objects you'll always like to try to do is drive that ball deep, and when you can drive it deep with a little heat on it, it really helps.
Right.
Another point for the Lady Hornets, leading 12-8 right now in that first set.
Allie DeWeese is the player we mentioned earlier, and she's really come on this year, serving that ball there.
Oh, nice.
Along with Annika, we mentioned her getting in there, the action. Very good job there by Annika Reed, being active with her hands being up.
Yeah. And you mentioned the word there, active. That's part of what you want to do in this game is be active. Always need to be moving.
Molly did a good job trying to keep that ball alive.
That's just a good hit by the Adair County girl.
Tough pass.
Sure was.
Tough ball.
A nice hit by the girl. Substitutions taking place, gives you a little break. Now, Mr. Graham, I noticed the Adair County girls seem really disciplined in their serves. They all have a very similar serve. It looks like they're spot servers looking for a particular place on the floor that they want to take the ball.
Right, and I think that's what it comes down to a lot of time in high school sports, about just the fundamental piece of making sure that you're just consistently being solid across. If you go watch state tournaments, that's what you'll see.
Right. Yeah, consistency is an important part of this game. Again, we're not being able to get our sets in place, and the ball is not being able to go where we need to get that nice set.
Coach Estes is getting a little bit more fired up over there. Sometimes she can be a little active.
Yeah.
And that's good. She gets the attention of the girls and does a good job with that.
Again, the young lady from Adair County serving, it's not a powerful serve, but
Effective.
It is effective, and she's taking it in different places. If you notice, she's moving that ball around, so kind of keeping us guessing.
Right, and that makes it tougher on the defense to know exactly where it's going.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Once again, putting it in play. Let them make the mistake.
14-12, Lady Hornets still up. Lexi Bowles is going to be serving here left to right. 14-13.
That's just a few inches higher, and you got a perfect serve. But
right.
It wasn't, and so now the serve goes back to Adair County.
You've watched a lot more volleyball than myself, probably. Are those mistakes that you really try to stay away from as a coach?
I would think so, yeah. But again, how do you fault a player who? It's like in any sport when you're making effort mistakes. A coach can live with that.
Right, and you're playing hard.
Right.
It's like the piece of the active, is the player being active really what you want to stay away from them not moving and not giving that effort. But I feel like our girls really do.
They do. Yeah. Watching the ball drop between 2 or 3 girls, and when they're sitting there staring at each other. And, again, that's why you play those JV and varsity games, to get the experience and get through all of that. Seeing a lot of good motion here, a lot of good movement. Nice hit by Annika.
Just a little too much there.
15-14.
The Lady Hornets still on top here the first set. We believe this game will be played at the best out of 3. It's a non-district game.
Be going to 25, win by 2. Oh, nice hit. Nice return.
Alexis getting it over there. Good job there.
Right. You know, the other thing we haven't talked about yet, we talked about the footwork and the power game and all, but it's communication.
Yeah,
they have to be talking. They need leadership on the floor. You've got to know what your teammates are doing, and your teammates have to know what you are doing. And the only way you can do that is by talking. That will drive a coach crazy when they're not communicating.
Annika with a good serve there.
You can hear a little crowd reaction going on here. We got folks into it, playing it out of the net and over. Nice point. Adair County lady number 17 just made a good play on that.
If it is loud at home, it's because it's loud here.
That's right. A lot of excitement
out there.
A lot of excitement in the gym tonight.
Absolutely.
And this is just the first set.
Right, absolutely. Good night for a volleyball game.
Oh, powerful serve, but in the net.
I do want to thank Johnny Tarter. He always comes and takes pictures of a lot of our athletes that play and helps us with social media some with that, but just a really good guy that loves the Hornets and always volunteers his time to help us with that. And just a shout out there.
It's wonderful to share. Those of you that may be on social media, Johnny is quick to share his photos, and he wants the kids and the parents to have those photos that he takes. Absolutely. And he does a great job. Okay, Adair with the serve back. Metcalfe leading 17-16 first set. This game, Mr. Graham playing out just about like we thought it was going to when it started. And as we said, a much different outlook than when they played 2 months ago.
That's right, 17-17. Lady Hornets tied up here with the Lady Indians of Adair County. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Oh, nice return. Nice. I didn't even, was that Connor?
I believe that was Connor Gallagher, number 1 there.
Yeah.
The senior player there with a nice shot, putting it right there in the spot. Yeah. Kelsey Fields be going left or right on your dial here, or your TV screen.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a good shot here. Getting the ball over, putting a little pressure on the defense.
Yeah, got a nice volley going here.
Oh, very close.
Yeah, once again, just a nice play by the Lady Indian there.
I believe that's Brian Fields over there. With,
it is, making the call.
And
Brian's got a little bit of experience at this.
I'm not sure if you've ever done that. That's a tough job.
I've done it a lot.
It is a hard job to do. So
it is.
Thank all the parents out there that help us with
You know,
that.
I still recall vividly one night when my daughters were playing, and I was in front of the opposing bench, and it looked like the ball was going out. And I just knew it was going out, and I'd already started raising my hands to call it out. You know what happened?
Right.
It landed in.
Absolutely. It's
the opposing coach had already come about 5 feet off the bench, and I had to stop the upward motion and call it, because it was the call to make.
right.
Yeah.
19-18, Lady Indians up on the Lady Hornets here. First game, going to go to 25. Do want to talk a little bit about cross country while we do have a break. They were in Edmonson County tonight. Anna Grace Bly coming in first.
All right.
Carly Howard fourth. And had some on down the line there, but congratulations to Anna Grace Bly. Had a chance to see them in action yesterday at home in a home meet, and man, I tell you what, it's been Coach Dina Hertz done a fantastic job with them, and good job, guys. We'll get back to action here, right to left. We are 19-18, Lady Indians ahead.
I believe they bailed us out on one there, Mr. Graham. I believe that was going to sail a little bit, but that's okay. Take it. Oh, nice one-hander there by Lexi. Another good volley going. Looking for a good set. See if we can get a hit. And oh, nice.
Arrington with the teardrop. Is that what you call that in volleyball?
Well, I like that, but I believe they call it a dink.
Okay, there we go. I don't know. But hey, I'll take it either way.
How about a teardrop dink?
19-19 here as we get down to the final set, or first set here. Bowles trying to do the same thing Arrington was trying to do there. Annika with a nice.
You know what makes these games enjoyable to watch? Both teams are getting in a little bit of rhythm here, and they're both playing really well. And Adair County calls a timeout as the Hornets lead, Lady Hornets 20-19. You know, you mentioned our cross country. I want to give a little shout out. I saw Coach Leslie Huffman here a little earlier. Leslie London, I should say.
Leslie London, right?
Yeah.
I was saying, who is Leslie Huffman?
Yeah, Leslie London. Going back to my old days. But anyway, just finished up a great middle school girls season, and our 7th grade team finished runner-up in the conference tournament.
Absolutely.
In a
Good job.
very stiff conference that we play in. Several teams in it, and so congratulations to them.
Absolutely.
And all those middle school girls for their efforts this year.
Absolutely. We've got a game on our hands, 20-19. The Lady Hornets up here in the first set here in Metcalfe County High School. Allie DeWeese with the serve, just going off to our right here, a little bit outside the lines. Number 7, Caroline Watkins will check in for the Hornets. Alexis Arrington, Annika Reed, Connor Gallagher, Lexi Bowles, Molly Rigsby, and Caroline Watkins on the court for the Hornets.
You know, Mr. Graham, do you get the feeling some of these sets could go well past 25?
Yeah, we may have a little extra volleyball tonight.
Yeah.
21-20, Lady Indians up, serving here. A little excitement in the gym tonight on both sides there.
Now the momentum shifts back.
That's right, kind of going back and forth here. Allie's going to check back in for Caroline there on the back line.
Oh, that's sailing.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and I think that's a break for us, and we, especially late in this game, it's a great opportunity with Lexi coming up to serve to kind of get that momentum and see if you can take it home.
Yeah. She certainly has the ability to serve it out. Let's. Oh man! No!
Wow!
Oh, nice!
Man,
nice
Excellent shot there by Alexis Arrington on the coming across court, hitting it right there close to the line. Number 31 doing a really good job there. She's a sophomore for the Lady Hornets.
Kind of bailed us out there. We had a couple of mistakes in that, and there's a nice serve.
Very nice serve.
That's the perfect serve right there.
And hey, those are hard to handle.
Yes,
that ball is going
are.
down, good velocity on it. It's a tough ball to return.
So now the Hornets take the lead back, 23-22.
23-22.
Another strong serve.
Wow, good teamwork there by the Hornets. Connor going to set Alexis here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Another dink.
Man, Alexis. She's finding the hose. It's 24-22, Lady Hornets.
And you know, that looks like a real simple play and hit, but you got to think she's got to see that ball and see where the spot is on the other side of the floor. That's a great talent right there.
The Hornets can get a point.
Young lady made a great play.
Very good play. It's 24-23. Lady Hornets still up here. It's Lady Indians will be serving here right to left.
You know, volleyball's a lot like tennis. When you get down to it, there's only 1 point matters.
That's right.
The last one.
That's right.
And that's it.
That's it. There you go. Lady Hornets victorious in the first set here, 25-23. And what a game, going back and forth. You talk about at the very beginning, a game of momentum. And the Lady Hornets took that momentum as Lexi Bowles comes in and scores 4 straight points to send the Hornets to having a victorious set there. We do want to mention tomorrow, it's a Friday, we did mention that we will be streaming the football game live from Clinton County. Also during the school, they in Metcalfe County High School has developed a leadership team with 20 students that will be touring Metcalfe County High School throughout the year. They'll be having an agriculture day tomorrow. Miss Brandy Morgan, Miss Geneva Scroggy heading that up. So those students will be going out. And they always have their black T-shirts on. So you may see on the back of them, it says Live to Lead, creating those leaders of today. So thank you guys, and I appreciate all the community members that are involved in helping our students. It goes along with our college fair that we talked about. The involvement of the community is incredible. And Dr. Lyle, you being the superintendent here more than anybody, you can't run a successful school unless you have community members that are supporting the school district.
Absolutely. We were honored this Tuesday morning to be named the Business of the Quarter by the Metcalfe County Edmonton Chamber of Commerce, and full house, sold out. I think near
Absolutely.
80 people at the quarterly breakfast. And one of the things we talked about when we did that was about how the community supports everything that we do. And it's not just support, they're part of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, we couldn't do the many things that we do. I know especially I can speak personally from the high school that it's just so many things that come up, and there's community members that just say, whatever you need, you let me know. And we're all what's best for our kids and our students. And that's why Metcalfe County High School and Metcalfe County schools are so special. It's because we have a community that loves our school and loves our kids. So
Exactly.
getting ready to roll here in the second set, as Lady Hornets were victorious tonight.
And we'll have the serve.
Set.
We'll have the serve to begin this set. Lexi will be on the serve. So she finished up the first set. We'll see if she can keep it going here to get that momentum started on our side to begin the second set. Here we go. And she did.
I thought that looked like a double hit off number 10. I thought she hit it and then hit her head too. I thought that's gonna be a tough one.
Lexi just handcuffed him with that serve.
They have another little, what we call a teardrop earlier for Adair County.
Yeah, they did the same that Alexis did to help us win that first set. They, as the old saying used to be in baseball, hit it where they ain't.
That's right, exactly.
I tell you, both these teams are good serving teams.
And you know that's important. You know, it's
Yeah.
like you look at baseball, you have pitchers. You know, pitching is so important. You know, serving is so important because you don't want to give away easy points.
No. And as we said earlier, if you don't get it in, none of the rest of it matters.
Right, it's 2-1. Lady Indians up early here in the second set. Oh, good shot there by Connor Gallagher, the senior, finding the open spot there and getting the point. We're knotted up at 2.
Nice.
Good job by Annika there. If you're hearing any wind in our broadcast tonight, you may we have a huge fan over us tonight, and that's
Keeping us cool, too.
That's right, keeping us cool, and we just want to say thank you to everybody that was involved this summer with our construction here at the high school and making it successful with our HVAC and just our construction in general. So,
new lights in the gym as well.
New lights in the gym,
Yeah.
a lot
And
of remodeling there.
Little shout out to some of my friends and colleagues out there. The new lights put a nice glare on the floor.
That's right, it does.
The camera may pick a little of that up, but it just lets you know what a nice, well-kept gym floor we have.
Absolutely. The Lady Indian serving here.
It's not as much as either team is really doing that. It's almost like neither team wants to grab the momentum. It makes you feel like that if one ever does, maybe a big run's coming.
Yeah, and I think it's a sign of a really good game. Pretty excited about that. Connor with a good pass there to Alexis.
Another dink, but they were ready for it that time.
I think they're like, when she hits it, they know what's happening now.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh, good return there by Adair.
Keeping it alive. That's going over.
Excellent job.
Yeah.
Kelsey Fields keeping the ball alive there.
Mr. Graham, 2 or 3 times there, our girls, you could see they changed what they were going to do because either the ball went a little different or what, and that's a sign of maturity coming through the season to know that maybe they can't do the first hit they thought they wanted to, so we got to change it. And as you keep saying, just get it over.
That's right, just get it over. Tough one there.
Yeah. Kind of handcuffed us.
Hey, one thing you look at our team, though, they really have fun playing, and that's something that's always enjoyable to watch them play because throughout the year, you just always see them smiling, having a good time, having a good relationship with the coach. And that's something really good to watch.
Yeah. Oh, this is absolutely a sport. You have to enjoy what you're doing.
6-4 here in the second set as Lady Hornets were victorious in the first set in a back and forth game. Kelsey Fields be serving right to left here for the Lady Hornets.
Oh, nice. Landed it right on that back line. That's exactly where you want to serve to go. You want it low, right across the net, hitting right at that back line.
Now, in volleyball, does a taller player have the advantage in serving?
Theoretically, they should, but certainly some of our better servers and some of our shorter players. So it's not a necessity, but obviously the more you can hit down on the ball, the better off you'll be.
Sure. Because I was going to say, if you said it was, then I'm pretty tall, and I'm not a great server.
There you
so
go.
So it doesn't mean just because you're tall, you'll be a great server.
That's right, and I'm not tall, and I'm not a great server. So no correlation at all.
Okay, I got you. I was just checking.
You mentioned that. Most people's experience with volleyball is backyard volleyball, or maybe you played a little bit when you were in high school or middle school. And what these girls are doing and the rules and the intricacies of this game, frankly, are just so far removed from backyard volleyball.
Right.
We think this is an easy game. I played it at the barbecue.
Right.
No.
Yeah, this is totally different. These girls come in, they practice starting during the summer. Their season starts early, so before school even starts, they're coming in, they're working on those rotations, working on those fundamentals. 7-6 here. Lady Hornets still up. Set 2 here.
And you know, some of the rules you talk. My older daughter actually officiated up in the Georgetown area one year, and I've asked her on numerous occasions to explain some of the rules and some of the rationales, and I'm not sure I ever did understand a lot of them. She tried.
Hey, give her an A for the effort.
There you go.
Lady Hornets still putting some pressure here on the Indians, putting the ball across.
Oh, going to have a double hit.
Double hit by the Lady Indians. Lady Hornets 9-6 up here in the second set. Allie DeWeese for the serve across.
Annika is really playing a nice net tonight. Really making some nice plays up there.
She's we talk about active again.
Yeah.
She seems like she's everywhere.
Did a great job there to stay out of the net. Now there's that communication piece. I don't know if you could see it on the stream, but the ball straight up in the air, and not one of our girls said a word.
Right.
So we had 4 girls thinking one of the others were going to get it. We got to be talking.
As a coach, how do you get your team to communicate effectively, consistently throughout the year?
Well, one of the things, again, you're looking for is leadership, but if one of your leaders is not necessarily in that role, and believe it or not, sometimes you can talk too much, because if all 4 people are yelling at the same time, somebody just has to take charge.
Right.
And that's what that coach is looking for.
Absolutely. 9-8. It's the Lady Hornets still up here. We going to have a good game. I don't know if we're going to have one that's going to be far apart or not. Lady Indians with the serve. Connor to Arrington.
It was out.
It was close, but I believe it was out. That was a good call there by the line judge. Arrington with the hit across. Lady Indians trying to gather.
Just off the net. Just off the net.
Just off the net. And I saw Alexi Bowles kick the ball. Are you allowed to kick it in volleyball?
No.
Okay.
Now, if it hits your foot and comes off of it, you're okay.
Right.
But if it's an intentional.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
Okay.
Again, my daughter was not real successful in explaining all to me, but
I got you.
I think I'm right on that one.
I understand. Lady Hornets with the serve here. They're up 11-10. You can see here Arrington with the serve. Good serve there.
Nice. Really nice.
They're going to get a timeout here. It's 12-10. The Lady Hornets still have the edge here, and we got a timeout, so we're going to talk about some things here. October 19th coming up. Students, if you're listening here, fall formal will be at Metcalfe County High School cafeteria. That's from 7 to 9. That's October the 19th. Yeah. A lot of things going on here at. So hopefully you guys are able to come out and have a good night there. Also, basketball going to be going soon for the Hornets. And so, Ben Welsh behind us here, trying to help us out here with got some technical stuff going on here. It'll be Alexis Arrington with the serve for the Hornets from right to left. 12-10, the Hornets are ahead. Hornets putting it over. Connor Gallagher. Excellent shot there by the Lady Hornets. 13-10 as we get going here. And this is the kind of point of the game where usually if someone gets the momentum, they kind of can take it home.
Yes. Pardon me for dropping out there a minute, Miss Graham, trying to help Ben with some of our technical issues.
It's okay.
So,
as long as we're still rolling.
I'm not sure if we are or not, so we may have audio and no pictures, so we'll try to keep you updated on the scores just in case.
Okay.
I saw the net rattle there, but apparently it was a ball. Man, a nice hit. Whew. Now again, one of the shorter players on the floor, and we got a hit right there. Really nice hit.
Like it's turned yellow.
So the Lady Hornets with a serve here. It's going to be too long. That was Alexis Arrington. It is 14-11, I do believe there. And the second set, it'll be the Lady Indians with their serve, left to right. 14-11 here. We got a good game here at Metcalfe County High School on your Thursday evening. Lady Indians putting the ball over, back to the Lady Hornets. Reed over to Bowles. Bowles goes up and hits it. The Indians right back at us here. Reed with the ball over to Bowles. Bowles hits it back. The Indians hitting the ball. Very good dig there by Caroline.
I said I wasn't going to officiate from up here, but sometimes we get carried away. This is a great volley.
Very good game.
Yeah. Tough point to lose.
Tough point. All right, it's 14-12. Lady Hornets still up here. And the Lady Indians will be serving left to right. If you're just joining us, freshman and JV game, victorious for the Hornets. And we are in the second set. The Hornets were victorious in the first set. All right. Had a little traffic jam there up front for the Hornets. Lady Indians with a point, 14-13. Lady Hornets still above here. The Lady Indians bench coming alive. Hornets getting the ball over. That's Gallagher with a nice shot. (15-13). Lady Hornets with the lead here in the second set. Good crowd here tonight for the volleyball game. Good serve there by Lexi Bowles. Adair County trying to control it. And Annika Reed there, you have to think her being active in the front is going to mess up maybe the shot across the net there. Doing very good job there by Annika. Lexi Bowles with the serve across. Kelsey Fields says, no sirree, she's going to bring it straight down. 17-13. I think there's the height there.
There you are, and we're also getting a little separation now. This is what we talked about. 4 points is about the most separation we've seen in either one of the sets. See if we can't ride this thing on out.
And as we look here, we got fall break approaching for the school system. Let's see, fall break is the week of October 7th. That's right.
I think that's right.
I believe it's right. So approaching fast, the school year getting rolling, and been a great start for all three schools here in Metcalfe County School District. So I want to thank everybody that's been a part of that. 17-13, we're in the second set here.
Still working with some technical difficulties. So we'll see if we can't get that going. Got some heavy-duty problem solving going on here to my left.
That's right. Ben Welsh is our tech guy working on it for us. The Hornets trying to get the ball across. That's Gallagher hitting the net and barely gets across there, but the Indians have it.
Another good volley going. Okay. Once again, a little bit of failure to communicate there. And I understand. Don't think I'm being critical when I say that, because they get fixated and they get locked in, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Absolutely. So Lady Indians here with having the serve. It's 17-14. Fields will bring it across, and it's short.
In the net.
17-15 now here in the second set. Lady Indians with the serve. That's going to be in the net. 18-15. You would think this is a important piece here to the puzzle with Annika coming up serving with 7 points left to get a little momentum here to bring this thing home. Hornets looking to get the ball over. Connor going to set Deweese. Deweese goes up. A little bit short on the net there, 18-16. I really wouldn't have it any other way. This game's going to be close either way.
Yeah. You know, we talked back earlier. People may be wondering we're at the end of the season. We're playing an out-of-region opponent. But you're at the point now you want to be playing your best volleyball. You're getting ready for that district tournament. But we already, if I'm not mistaken, know our seeding in the district tournament, know what we're going to have, and you're trying to get everything just refined and fine-tuned, getting ready for that tournament. Two nice plays. Connor makes a great hit. Young lady at Adair makes a great block. And so we got a 1-point game.
All right, 18-17. If you're just joining us, man, we've had a game going on here. So it is 18 to, and that actually Lady Indians hit the ball out there. It's 19-17 here in the second set. Connor Gallagher will be serving right to left here in the second set. We talk about her serve. This is a prime spot that Coach Estes, I think, that you would want your team.
Okay, I'm being told that we've lost a picture, but we've still got sound.
Okay,
so
if you're
Mr. Graham, you're going to have to pick up the play-by-play.
That's right. Okay, the Lady Indians hitting the ball in the net there. Was unable to control it. It's 20-17. The Lady Indians with the hit into the net. Connor Gallagher with the serve right to left. She hits a really good one. Bowles hits it over to Gallagher. Gallagher to. That's right. That's Fields. Fields with the hit down there. Good job, Kelsey Fields. It's 21-17. Kelsey Fields being active.
Mr. Graham, Ben tells me we've got the video back. I think what happened when people realized that you were going to have to do the play-by-play and explain all this, man, they got right on it. And they got that video back.
Thank you, Jesus. I'm good with it. I was like, I don't know if I signed up for this. A big thank you to Ben Welsh getting our picture back, so you guys can go and check that out. If you're not seeing it on the screen, you can go back and maybe refresh, and you can see it there. Lady Indians in the net there, Dr. Lyle.
And you know, I just received a message saying sometimes we're hard to hear because of the crowd noise.
Hey, you know what? Okay. That's a good sign. We do have a good crowd here tonight. 22-17, coming down the stretch here of the second set.
Oh, nice hit by the Lady Indian there.
So there we go. It's 22-18. This young lady here, number 22, has been really good for the Lady Indians about serving the ball in certain locations.
And that time she was good for us because the location was the net.
I must have talked her in there. Been a great player for the Indians. But
certainly you don't want to see any youngster do, but it was our good fortune.
Kelsey Fields.
We need 2 more points.
Need 2 points here, 23-18. Kelsey Fields with the serve.
Quick okay, just quick cut. On that, there you go. Go back up and quick cut.
So, here we go.
All right.
Lady Indians, 23-19. It's the Hornets ahead. The Indians with the serve here, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
2 more points, Mr. Graham. That's what we're still looking for.
2 more, 23-20. You can almost feel the momentum is shifting towards Adair County. And as the Hornets, we need to make a play here and stop that momentum.
Right, and do just exactly what you talked about earlier, put it in play.
Here we go, putting it in play, putting the pressure on Adair County.
Oh,
good.
Nice dig. What do we got? Unforced error in the net.
So in the net there.
Yeah. It's okay, though. We still
excellent dig there by Ida Rhinus, getting in there and playing hard.
We have some intensity in the gym right now.
Deweese with a hit over. Indians trying to set it up here.
Yeah.
Lexi Bowes trying to place the ball there and got a little bit too aggressive, and the ball was over the net.
I believe Adair's run off 5 in a row. So
5 in a row. It's
the big Mo is behind the Indians right now.
The 23-22 Lady Indians still up here, winning the first set here. So that means if they win this game and go ahead, the game would be over. And you just got to think with the momentum, both of these teams going back and forth. Coach Estes really wants to get this game.
Oh yeah. Take his son on home. It's a school night. We need to get in.
That's right. So we'll see here. Lady Indians with the serve here, left to right, 23-22. Lady Hornets, they are in the lead here in this second set. Rigsby putting the ball over for the Lady Hornets. Back to Rigsby. Gallagher setting it to Bowles.
Set too close. We got a break there.
And I think that's where Lexi Bowes' athleticism plays a big piece. That was a tough ball to handle.
It was. Connor made a nice set, but is a little too close to the net.
So,
Lexi pulled it out.
Louise serving here. This is game point if we can get the
Match point.
Match point.
And that's it. Hornets win.
That's right. That's right. I want to mention, I want you to stay tuned. We're going to see if we can get Coach Estes up here.
Okay.
See if we can get her up here and get a interview with her. And we just that would push the Lady Hornets to 12-11 for the year. And the Lady Hornets doing a really good job getting the win. This is the first ever game that we've actually played on the stream, and want to say thank you so much for tuning in and joining in tonight. And great win by the Lady Hornets, winning in a sweep. We got freshmen, JV, varsity, and just having the whole sweep here. And so it's been a good night for the Hornets. Right now I'm joined live with Coach Estes. Coach Estes, first of all, I want to say great win tonight. Dr. Lyle and I were talking, and this was a game of momentum, back and forth, and volleyball usually is. Tell me tonight, we really noticed some players being active. One of them that we kept mentioning was Annika Reed.
Yes.
Talk about her play tonight along with some of the other players that stepped up.
Yes, she had some great network and some good kills. I feel like all of my players stepped up tonight. They chased every ball, had some good passes. I felt like overall we had a great night.
Right, we talked earlier too about the region, preparing for the region tournament. These are the types of games that really helps you prepare for the region tournament and helps you get to where you need to go.
Yes.
What are some things that you saw tonight that encourages you as you head towards the region tournament?
I feel like they're to the point now where they're not giving up. They're going to fight to the end, and they're going to try to get that win every night.
Right, we talked too. These girls, they really enjoy playing. You
Yes.
see a lot of smiles out there. You see that they are encouraged. And we talk about too, these girls come in during the summer to practice. I mean, before school even starts, and putting in that play. And so that's, it's really important. Tell us in preparation the focus that these girls have in practice and things that you guys work on consistently in practice to get to where you're today.
Well, like you said, number one, I'm always about making sure you have a good time. I don't want to have that negative attitude all the time. I always want to try to stay positive as much as I can. And we always want to work on, the small things that's going to get you the easy points,
Absolutely, absolutely. And Coach Estes, we really thank you so much.
Thank
you
you
for coming up here.
Thank you.
And Lady Hornets are victorious tonight.
Yes.
And when is our next game, Coach?
Next Monday
Next
at
Monday
home.
at home. And who do we
Yes.
play at home?
I'm thinking it's Hart County.
Okay, Hart County.
And then Tuesday night is senior night here.
Tuesday night is senior
Yes.
night, so we guys need to make plans for that, and we'll see what we can do about streaming live. Got several people that are watching the game tonight, been
Awesome.
getting a lot of messages. So, Coach, I appreciate it. You
Thank
get to
you.
your locker room and congratulate your girls.
All right,
but
I
awesome
will.
job tonight.
All right, thank you.
Guys, we're gonna about to wrap it up here at Metcalfe County High School. We want to say thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and we appreciate everybody tuning in as the Lady Hornets are victorious. Freshman, JV, and varsity game tonight. We thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Hornet News Network. Dr. Lyle and Clint Graham signing off. It's a great day to be a Hornet.